hockey fans, welcome back to another edition of Everett Silvertips Rinkside. I'm your voice of the Silvertips, Travis Huntington. It's great to have you along for another edition. We've already talked to head coach Mark Ferner this season, and now that we're into the meat and potatoes of another year of Silvertips hockey, today we're very happy to be joined by Silvertips forward Ryan Harrison, who's in his 19-year-old season and your first full year with the club this year. Ryan, thanks a lot for being with us here
Thanks
today.
a lot for having me.
Well, it's good to have you, and it's good to have you back with the Silvertips club now for a full season from the start. You were acquired in a trade last year, and we'll get to more of that in a minute, but just starting off a brand new season, your first one, were you able to go through training camp with this club and kind of feel settled? Has it been a lot more easy for you to work yourself in?
Yeah, definitely. Starting off the year here, instead of coming halfway through, it's been a lot more, I guess, relaxing and, yeah, definitely settling. Get to know all the guys a lot more starting off, and now I'm into a new billet place and just feeling really comfortable, and yeah, it's been great.
Well, and you know, the start of a season always has its own interesting parts where everybody's getting to know each other and the team's trying to gel. That's got to be a lot easier to do when you're a little more settled from the start, I would think.
Yeah, definitely. Coming halfway through, everyone's kind of already together and whatever, so starting off from the start, I get to kind of start over and meet all the guys and get to know everyone a lot more through training camp and through the start of the season here. So it's definitely a good gelling process.
Well, and you know, you come into halfway through the season last year from Medicine Hat, and this year, certainly now, you're almost one of the more veteran guys on the team already. This being your 19-year-old year, like we talked about there, and being a little more established. Have you felt that way this season already?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we got a few 19-year-olds, a few 20-year-olds. I definitely feel like one of the older guys, one of the, I guess, leaders on the team, and trying to show the rope for all the younger guys.
And that's always a transition, I guess, every player goes through. Everybody at one point or another is the young guy and the rookie, and then you just kind of will slowly make that move to being a veteran player. Do you feel like you've gone through that?
Yeah, it doesn't feel slow. It feels really fast, actually. I feel like just yesterday I was 16 coming in the league. It's definitely gone fast, and but I'm really excited for this season and next season, kind of being an older guy and leading the charge.
Well, and going into this year, certainly, Ryan, it's a different kind of season. There's a lot of newness around you. There's a lot of new guys in the locker room, some new coaches. How has that been, getting to know kind of a brand new group this year? It's
been good. I think we've got a great group of guys in the room, and also with Coach Ferner and Coach Love now at the helm, and with Chris Hartsburg. I think it's all going to come together soon here. Everyone's really together, and it's a good team kind of so far, so it's good.
Well, in the early parts of the season, obviously you're trying to play well and everybody's trying to get into that groove, but the off-the-ice stuff in the locker room and those kind of aspects from a team standpoint, how does that change the way a team plays on the ice when you can be together off of it?
It's huge. I mean, when a team can get together off the ice, whether it's for lunch or a movie, or even we got a ping pong table now, so even doing that, it's huge. Just getting to know the guys more and kind of teaming up with different guys, or getting to lunch with a big group, getting to know everyone. It's huge for the on-ice performance. Everyone just gets to know each other better, and you feel more comfortable and actually trust the guys out there.
Well, and you talk about playing ping pong after practice, and the guys are hanging out, and you're kind of becoming friends, so to speak, in different scenarios. I mean, how does that develop an on-ice relationship? Like, how does that change the way you approach a play with a guy when you know him off the ice?
It's huge. You kind of become a family off the ice, and whether it's in ping pong, you're trying to beat the other guy or the other team, but no, you just get to know everyone really well, and you feel really comfortable, and like I said, trust, and you hopefully can trust the guy who's going to be in on the forecheck first, or got your back if you get hit. So, the off-ice stuff is huge.
Well, and as you kind of get into a different feel this year a little bit, like you talked about with Mark Ferner taking over for Craig Hartsburg, and 2 of your 3 coaches are new. How has that maybe changed the dynamic a little bit and how things work around the team?
It's a little bit different. Coach Ferner's brought in kind of a more relaxed approach, I guess you could say, and it seemed to go well so far. Everyone's kind of respecting him, and not say they didn't respect Hartsy or whatever like that, but just kind of a new face, I guess, in the organization, and no, it's going well.
Well, and everybody's got their own styles. Everybody has their own ways of doing things. And, you know, is there an adjustment period there early on and during training camp and the preseason?
Yeah, I guess because no one really knew Ferns at all. He kind of spoke in the media stuff like that, but he's kind of gone out of his way to talk to individual guys throughout training camp, and now everyone's starting to get to know him really well, so it's been good.
Well, and you know, we talked about your role on this team being maybe a little bit more of a leader, you know, a little more of a veteran guy. Are there specific things that you try to maybe say to one of the younger guys, or do you just kind of try to lead by example?
I try to do a bit of both. I try to work hard on and off the ice, obviously, and to the younger guys, if you know, if they kind of mess up a drill or something like that, you just pat them on the shin pads and say, don't worry about it. Like you'll be fine. And Fern doesn't usually yell at guys if they mess up once or twice, and just try to tell the guys to stay positive, and it'll be fine.
What are some things that you think can benefit this being a young team with a lot of the new guys coming in, and certainly yourself and some of the other key players who are returning from last year's club? What are some things you think it can make that positive right now?
I think just with all the younger guys, I think all of them are here trying to keep their spot, and also be impact players too, because I think we got a team full of workers, and everyone can do a great job and contribute. So as long as everyone knows they're important and can all make an impact, I think we can have a solid year.
And when you talk about yourself being a forward, and you're always trying to develop chemistry with different line mates, and you know that can change from various situations. How long does it take before you start to get comfortable with a guy playing up front?
It shouldn't take too long. I mean, it doesn't take too long for me. Just kind of, if you get a new line mate, then you talk to him, you talk off the ice, maybe wrote some plays and stuff like that. But recently I've been with McPhee and Mitchin, and right away our first game we kind of got some chemistry there, because we hang out off the ice and are buddies. So on the ice we kind of like to bang and crash, and also want to score goals too. So I mean, it doesn't take too long.
Never hurts hanging out with a couple big guys out there, does it?
No, it's nice to have two big wingers beside me, knowing that they got my back, and they know I got theirs too. This
is kind of a new look team this year, and with some of the young guys coming in, you're trying to develop a new identity, I guess. Will that kind of help you rally around each other sometimes?
Yeah, I think if everyone's got the same goals, personal and team goals, and all the younger guys know that we're going to have their backs and they're going to have ours, and we're all going to work towards the same thing, I think if we all gel together, we'll be great.
All right, well, just early on in the season, a whole lot yet to come, and a whole lot yet to come here on Silvertips Ringside. We're going to get a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more with Ryan Harrison right after this. Today we're out and about in the Everett community. We're at Providence Regional Medical Center right here in Everett for a special visit of Silvertips players and coaches, and it's all part of this year's Pink the Rink event. And of course, if you're not familiar, over the past couple seasons, the Silvertips really getting out in the community to try and help prevent breast cancer. Of course, the money raised by the Pink the Rink game, which is on October 21st against Seattle, the money raised from that game will be donated to the breast center right here at Providence Regional Medical Center. The money stays in the community to help local women pay for mammograms if they're in need and couldn't otherwise afford one. Early detection obviously is so key to breast cancer awareness, and that's what this visit is all about. So the Silvertips went out and about. They visited with the patients and with the staff members to try and spread some smiles. It's certainly an easy cause to get behind. Making a difference, fighting cancer, and hopefully making someone's day just a little brighter. That's why the Everett Silvertips made a special appearance at Providence Regional Medical Center as they helped spread the word about the team's third annual Pink the Rink game against the Seattle Thunderbirds. During the appearance, the Silvertips visited patients and staff members all over the Providence campus, including the new Symbolic Tower, the Providence Regional Cancer Partnership, the inpatient oncology floor, the emergency room, and all other areas to sign autographs, pose for pictures, and just visit with the patients and the staff. The donations raised by Pink the Rink ticket sales and jersey auctions goes directly to the Providence Comprehensive Breast Center, where the money then covers the cost of free mammograms for local women who otherwise couldn't afford them.
You see people fighting brain cancer and going through chemo for the past 4 or 5 years, and they're battling every single day for their lives, and it makes you really appreciate what you have, and puts things in perspective. And it's one of those things where you wish you can do as much as you can to help them, but you can't, and so that's a little bit hard. But you know, like I said, just giving them support and, you know, seeing how much they're fighting for their lives is kind of motivating. You know, I think there's definitely a handful of guys, and me for sure, that have been affected by cancer, and so, you know, it kind of hits home a little bit. So it's definitely something that's, I think, really important for us as a team to really give back, and, you know, I think we can make a big difference in helping these people out.
Fighting breast cancer is the larger cause, but this visit is also just about reaching out to all types of people right here in our community, even if that means just stopping by their hospital room or nurse's station just to offer a smile and say hello. Welcome back to Everett Silvertips Rinkside. Travis Huntington and Ryan Harrison here with you for this edition as we're still in the early going of the 2011-12 Western Hockey League season. And Ryan, again, thanks for joining us once again here on Rinkside. And we talk about this season, and for you going into this season, kind of a special experience that you got to have going to National Hockey League training camp with the Vancouver Canucks. Yeah,
it was a great experience. I just even putting on the Canucks jersey, as you know, they're my favorite team. It was great. It was kind of speechless, and it was good to, you know, see the older guys, some of the AHL players that are already playing there, and seeing some other good players from other teams. There's 5 teams there, so it was great to play against, you know, world-class players, and I was really excited.
Well, and you talked about it there a little bit. Not only to be able to go to NHL training camp, but to do it with the team that was your favorite team growing up must have just been extra special.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all my family kind of are all Canucks fans, and lots of my buddies as well. And especially after the Stanley Cup upset there, it was nice to just put on the jersey, and all my buddies were really excited too. So. Did
you get to keep the jersey or anything else?
I get to keep the jersey, but got to keep pictures, so that's what's important.
I was going to say, you got to steal some stuff, right? You got to have something.
Yeah, I got some under gear, so.
Nice. Yeah. Well, and just being able to go to an NHL training camp here, you've been in the Western League for a few seasons now. You've had a couple of 50-point seasons under your belt now. Did you feel like that was a good opportunity for you to try to show yourself?
Yeah, I just went there. Was trying to work my hardest, and you know, I've had some good seasons, and just went there, got my first camp all the way, and hopefully have another great season here, and hopefully make something happen next season.
Well, and still, of course, eligible to be drafted, but you know, a lot of guys who don't necessarily get drafted right away can still end up making a statement in their career and go out and accomplish some great things. Is that kind of the way you're approaching it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to just be consistent every day, day in and day out, and hopefully one of these days something's going to happen for me, and, you know, being a free agent, I can, if a couple teams are interested, I can kind of pick where I'd like to go, kind of thing. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, and when you do get up, you know, in the National Hockey League like that, you've got a chance in that training camp to show your stuff in front of some important people. How do you go through it without changing your game? I mean, you have to just be yourself out there, don't you?
Yeah, I tried not to change too much, and just tried to be the player that I am, and just get in on the forecheck and bang some bodies around, and also try to, you know, shoot the puck on net and hopefully get some greasy ones. I didn't really get any there, but yeah, I tried not to change too much and just be myself.
Well, and you know, the way this game is played, one of the greatest things about it is that, you know, different guys have different roles and different strengths, and I know that you try to be kind of a pretty well-rounded type of player.
Yeah, I try to be a strong two-way player, not one-dimensional, not too defensive, not too offensive. I try to be kind of an all-around guy and help out in the D zone, but also, you know, contribute pretty heavily offensively.
And does that also just change depending on the situation, the guys you're playing with, you know, what team you're playing against, maybe?
Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes, you know, we'll be paired against another team's top line, and your job for the night is to shut them down, and obviously you'll hopefully get some chances yourself. But I think just try to be the same way every game is probably the main thing.
Well, and growing up in British Columbia, obviously we talked about you growing up as a Canucks fan and certainly being around hockey from a very young age. What were your goals and, you know, when you were aspirations of becoming a hockey player when you were younger? What were you thinking of?
Obviously, just watching TV and the NHL games, it's pretty much every kid's dream to probably play in the NHL who likes hockey. But for me, now that I'm getting older, even just getting drafted in the WHL was a huge thing for me. And now actually playing in it's kind of felt good now. But now the main thing is just try to play after my WHL career is over, is play pro hockey, whether it's, you know, AHL or Europe or hopefully one day the NHL. But just try to go somewhere.
Well, and for you, you've been in a lot of situations, 3 Western Hockey League teams that you've played for now, and having that experience and going through all those different kinds of experiences, how has that helped you as a player?
It's helped me huge. You have to mature quickly. Even coming to the league at 16, playing in Prince Albert, like 16-hour drive from home. So, you know, it takes a lot out of you, but it's a great experience. It matures you fast, and obviously getting moved a few times, you get to, you know, I guess not get too down or too high, and just kind of go with it and get to know everyone as you go.
Well, and I mean, here you are, you're 19 years old, and you grew up in British Columbia. You've already played in Saskatchewan. You played in Alberta, and here you are playing in the States now, in Washington. Do you have to grow up a little faster?
Yeah, definitely, especially, you know, Saskatchewan, the weather's lots of snow, Alberta, lots of snow, and now here, like, lots of rain, but all great places in their own ways, and it takes a while to, you know, get settled in everywhere, but everywhere it's been great, and hopefully, you know, stick it out here in the States. It's a great place to play.
Well, and you know, you're playing hockey, and obviously you love the game, and you're playing it because you love it, but it's also one of those things where you have to find a way to escape and have fun away from the rink to be productive, don't you? Yeah,
definitely. You got to have, you know, relaxing times away from the rink. You know, we've been at the rink lots lately, like even 10 till 4, 10 till 5, so you definitely get away from the rink, whether you go to a movie with friends or you hang out and play some cards, or I like to game on Xbox with a few buddies, NHL and Call of Duty and stuff like that. So, you know, you definitely got to have your relaxing moments for sure.
Well, and I know that, you know, when you come to the rink, there's that balance too, isn't there, between, you know, it's business and you're there to do a job, but you're also there to, you know, enjoy yourself and have fun with your teammates.
Yeah, this year it's been lots of fun. We go there and we're working, but you like to have fun as well. Like I said, the ping pong table and stuff like that, middle of the dressing room. So it's been fun, but we work.
How much of a difference does that make when you talk about that fun atmosphere and being able to enjoy yourself when you're coming to the arena? How big of a difference does that make when you get out on the ice in games?
It's huge. You know, when you wake up and you go to the rink, you wanna have a smile on your face and be excited to work and excited to go to the rink. And it's been huge going to the rink, like happy. It makes for a better working environment and also a fun environment.
What kinds of things do you guys as players discuss in the locker room as far as getting better and trying to reach your goals as a team, which certainly, you know, the coaches have things that they're talking to you about, but what kind of things do you guys discuss amongst each other?
I think just coming every day and every drill trying to get better, whether it's your shot, your passing, your hitting, or anything. I think just every shift in a game or practice is just try to get better, and you know, it's going to be better for you and the team in the long run.
Well, and as you guys go forward deeper into this season, you try to develop and you try to come together as a team. The big picture, obviously, you're trying to win a championship. You're trying to win the Western Hockey League, you know, go to the Memorial Cup. But how often along the way do you kind of stop and set smaller goals in between?
We try to do segments, so, you know, every 5 games, try to figure out how many goals for we'll have, goals against, penalty minutes, things like that. And we just try to go in segments like that so we don't look too far ahead. Obviously, we'd love to, you know, go far in the playoffs, win a championship. That'd be amazing, but we just try to break it down to smaller things and go from there.
Well, and you know, the expectations for this season for your hockey team, depending on who you ask, maybe aren't as high as they have been in some seasons, and certainly you came from Medicine, had a team that always has high expectations as well. Is there any way that you can use that to your advantage?
Yeah, I think if, you know, lots of people are not counting us to go really too far in the playoffs or the season, but I think if we fly under the radar and everyone's working hard and working towards the same goal, I think we can surprise a lot of teams and, you know, be a really hard team to play against.
Well, Ryan, certainly appreciate the time. Good to have you back in Silvertip country for another full season. Thanks for being with us here, and good luck all season long.
Well, thanks a lot. My pleasure.
All right, that is Ryan Harrison, and this has been another edition of Everett Silvertips Rinkside. Very happy to have you join us today. Once again, I'm Travis Huntington. Thank you, and we'll see you next time, Everett Silvertips Rinkside.